In a world that moves too fast, this is your invitation to pause, to explore the space between thought and wonder, where science meets story and emotion meets insight. Here, curiosity is more than a question. It's a way of being. You found your corner of calm and contemplation. This is nerdy psychology. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.
Food for Thought Friday. How the body remembers the truth about trauma. Hi everyone, welcome to Food for Thought Fridays. This is where we are going to serve up psychology one bite at a time. We are starting a new series that is going to take one mental health or psychology book a month and break it up into Friday episodes where we can unpack it and gain some wonderful insights from it. I'm Dr. Angel, and if you've ever felt like your body remembers things your mind wants to forget, this one's for you. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and most misunderstood books in modern psychology. The Body Keeps the Score by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. We'll talk about how trauma actually changes your brain and why your body keeps sounding the alarm long after the dangers have passed, and how healing starts when we stop fighting ourselves. I'm going to say that again. Healing starts when we stop fighting ourselves. Before we dig in, please hit that like button if you're a little bit nerdy about psychology, and don't forget to subscribe, for new episodes are dropping every Tuesday, and now Food for Thought Friday on Fridays, so you can feed your mind all week long. This segment, we're going to take the first 3 chapters for this episode. So we're going to talk about an overview and the author's core message. I chose The Body Keeps the Score to start this series because it's a book a lot of people quote, but few people really understand. People hear the title and think it means your body is broken by trauma, but when it's actually saying very much the opposite. Trauma is not just an event that took place sometime in the past. It's also the imprint left by that experience on your mind, on your brain, and on your body. That line, that's the heart of this entire book. Trauma isn't just something that happened to you. It's something your body still believes is happening. Dr. van der Kolk explains, we now know that trauma compromises the brain's area that communicates the physical, embodied feeling of being alive. So when people describe feeling numb or detached or like they're living behind glass, that's not dramatic. It's neuroscience. A quick summary of the first 3 chapters. Dr. van der Kolk opens by emphasizing that trauma is a widespread human experience, affecting not only those directly exposed, but also their families, friends, and communities. He recounts his early work with Vietnam veterans, noting how trauma manifests not just as psychological distress, but as physical symptoms and changes in behavior. Many veterans, despite outward success, were haunted by flashbacks and nightmares and emotional numbness. Dr. van der Kolk observes that trauma survivors often feel disconnected from their bodies and their emotions, like this fragmentation, struggling to engage with the present and form healthy relationships. He highlights that trauma is not simply a memory, it's an imprint on the mind, the brain, and the body, fundamentally altering how people perceive safety and threat. Dr. Van der Kolk discusses how psychiatric diagnoses have historically failed to capture the complexity of trauma, often mislabeling survivors with depression or schizophrenia. He describes a shift brought by advances in neuroscience, which revealed that trauma rewires the brain's alarm systems. It disrupts emotional regulation and keeps survivors in a state of chronic stress or numbness. These chapters introduce the idea that healing from trauma requires more than talk therapy or medication. It demands approaches that help the body relearn safety and reconnect with the present. And Dr. Van der Kolk advocates for integrative treatments that address both mind and body, laying the groundwork for the rest of the book's exploration of holistic healing. So the science of how the brain remembers. Okay, it's time to just nerd out for a second. Let's look at what's actually happening inside the brain. Trauma results in a fundamental reorganization of the way the mind and the brain manage perception. Trauma literally rewires how the brain handles perception and safety. So your amygdala, that's your emergency alarm part of your brain, gets hyperactive. Your rational brain, that prefrontal cortex, that good logical part, it can go offline. It can disconnect. So logic doesn't work. When your nervous system thinks, you're literally under attack. And then comes the question Dr. Van der Kolk asks: how can people gain control over the residues of past trauma and return to being masters of their own ship? And that's where therapy and movement and mindfulness come in, teaching the body that, well, the storm is over. So what hits me most about these chapters is how Dr. Van der Kolk really humanizes trauma. How we're reminded that healing requires honesty with our patients, with ourselves. He reminds us that it's not about weakness, it's about wiring. And I need you to hear that again. Trauma is not weakness. It's about wiring. The greatest sources of our suffering are the lies we tell ourselves. We lie to ourselves all the time. I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. That was years ago. I'm good. Or this shouldn't bother me anymore. What's wrong? But the body keeps whispering. Something still hurts. I've seen it in my office countless times. The client who says, I have no reason to be anxious, while their hands are shaking or their shoulders are clenched or tight. The body remembers. It's not betrayal, it's communication. Dr. Van der Kolk said most human suffering is related to love and loss. And the job of therapists is to help people acknowledge, experience, and bear the reality of life with all the pleasures and the heartbreaks. So how do we start healing? The answer isn't just talking. It's teaching your body that you're safe again. For real changes to take place, the body needs to learn the danger has passed and to live in the reality of the present. This week, I would love for you to take a 60-second body scan each day just to pause, breathe, and notice what your body is saying. No judgments, no fixing, just awareness. When have you felt your body reacting faster than your mind could explain? Or what sensations tell you that you're safe? How does your body know it's safe? What does that feel like inside your body? What might your body still be holding on to? And remember, healing depends on experiential knowledge. You can be fully in charge of your life only if you can acknowledge the reality of your body and all of its visceral dimensions. Your body remembers everything, but that also means it can relearn safety and peace and joy. If this has resonated with you in any way, please hit the like and subscribe and share this episode with someone who's walking their own healing journey. Your curiosity helps grow this community, and that means more people get access to evidence-based hope. Next Friday, we're going to explore how trauma rewires the brain and why talk therapy alone isn't always enough. Until then, be curious, stay kind, and keep your mind nerdy. That's a wrap. See you next week.
You found your corner of calm and contemplation. This is nerdy psychology. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind